Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and here are my final thoughts on the Justice League We Can Be Heroes 7-pack. I don't know if it'll be my final thoughts because I am sure I'm going to be referencing these 7 great figures for quite some time in 2013 and probably beyond. By far, these are some of my favorite versions of these heroes that I have collected up to this point. That includes the Mattel versions of these characters that I have. Some of the Mattel versions I still very much like, but the DC Collectibles version, if you're on the fence of which way to go, Mattel or DC Collectibles, at least from the New 52 standpoint, the DC Collectibles is the really the best way to go. I'm still buying Mattel figures, but I think I'm going to be eyeing the DC Collectibles a little bit more and wanting to continue to add to this already great 7-pack. Some figures that we have been told that are going to come out that I believe are going to complement the Justice League figures that we see here. They have already shown the preview of Green Arrow, and they have just recently announced the Simon Baz Green Lantern. We have seen a prototype version of Hawkman. So if anybody can guess what the next line's going to be, I'm going to go on record right now and say that it's probably going to be the Justice League of America. So dare I say that we are going to get a Vibe action figure, probably the first Vibe action figure ever. Of course, in that we're also going to have Steve Rogers, Katana, Martian Manhunter, I've already said Hawkman, Green Arrow, and the Green Lantern, and Catwoman. So there's another 7 that are going to be coming out that I think you'll be able to put all of them together, or have, your Justice League team and then your Justice League of America team. Out of those 7, I don't necessarily know if I want to own a Vibe figure. I guess I'll have to read the comics and see how I feel about there being a Vibe in comics again. It might be kind of nice to have a Catwoman to kind of go with some of my Batman stuff. I definitely have pre-ordered the Green Arrow figure already. I'm kind of on the fence about the Simon Baz Green Lantern character. I'm not sure if I like him or love him or hate him yet, but I'm on the 3rd Army storyline that's in the Green Lantern comics right now, where Hal Jordan isn't even in the comics right now. He's only in just a little bit, as he and Sinestro are kind of trapped somewhere, which I think they're trapped in a ring of some type. I didn't mention Hawkman. The only other New 52 figure that I have is the Mattel Hawkman, and the Mattel figures are a little bit shorter than the Justice League 7-pack. You can kind of see that Hawkman's a little shorter than Green Lantern and the Flash here, but given with the right perspective and just as much armor and things that Hawkman has on him, he does set pretty decently with them. So I think I may set Hawkman in with the Justice League, at least for right now, maybe until I pick up a Justice League Hawkman. Maybe this is the only Hawkman I'm going to get. I'll have to wait and see how the figure looks. Hasn't been announced yet, but we have seen a prototype from DC Collectibles. So if you go through some Comic-Con convention, you will see an all-white Hawkman on the DC Collectibles table. So I would think he's going to be part of the Justice League of America. I would guess that's the next set we're going to get. And I guess technically the other DC Collectibles New 52 figure would be my Damian Robin. I just love this figure. So since Damian did not change a whole lot from his very first Robin figure, I always have him setting with this Batman, and he actually looks pretty cool standing with the Justice League, kind of next to Superman and Wonder Woman, and so I could see Robin coming out with Batman on a particular mission in the Justice League comic. I don't know if people would like that, but I think I'm going to be posing Robin with these guys. This is my DC Collectible shelf, and I've been putting Batman and Robin together, so I think I'm just going to keep him with the rest of the Justice League, at least for the time being. Like I said, I do have another Batman that I could throw him with, like on a Batman shelf, but at least for now, I think that's how I'm going to kind of pose my figures with Rob in there. But a definite great collection. I'm glad my wife picked this up for me. I was kind of hem-hawing about it, but as I said, there were so many people reviewing these figures, and each time they would get to a figure, I would always kick myself going, oh, why didn't I get them? I said I wasn't going to go get them. I already have the figures that I want from Mattel, and I really love this 7-pack. And each individual figure. I think if I could go back in time, I would have bought them all separately. I think a lot of people had fun picking them up all together. I was glad I got them all in one shot. So, yay, a big hand clap for my wife for picking them up. A really good Christmas gift for me and a very good way to start my 2013 on YouTube, being able to review all 7 of these figures. So most of you, I'm sure, probably have them all already. If you're somebody that's like, well, I'm only going to get just the Trinity, the other 4 figures are so good. I think you're doing yourself a disservice not getting them. They are definitely worth the money. They are a little pricey individually carded, but I'm sure even on eBay you can find them pretty cheap. So that's going to wrap it up for the Justice League box set. I have a couple other videos of some other things I bought around the Christmas season, or not the Christmas season, after Christmas and before New Year's. So I've got a couple little videos left, and then we'll finally get started into the Batman animated series line that I know some people have been kind of waiting for. So this is going to wrap it up for the Justice League We Can Be Heroes box set, and as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogue signing off, saying we will see you guys next time.